I'm delighted to welcome you on behalf of the Art Museum to the Sound of Art. My name is Patsy Hicks, and I'm Director of Education at the Santa Barbara Museum of Art. And this is the third year that we've had the privilege and great pleasure of working with Ted Nash, who's right over there, who will be speaking to you a little bit later, a masterful musician, two-time Grammy Award winner, incredible composer, and a masterful teacher as well, someone who approaches teaching with great empathy and who has such passion for the work that he does. I don't even think you could call it work. I think it's just life, that it is immediately transferable to all of us. And we're really celebrating a kind of transformation today. This is one of the first events that we've been able to have live here at the museum. It's honoring these wonderful students behind us and the faculty of Santa Barbara City College Music Department who have worked with Ted to bring us together, and they have been inspired in their compositions by works of art in our newly reinstalled Museum of Art. So the program that I hope you got, and if you didn't, Christy, who is standing at the top of the stairs with my dog, could happily give you one, or I will as soon as I go back there. This way you'll be able to see the work of art that inspired the students, and they're in alphabetical order. So please get one of these if you don't have it. I'll also ask you, although there is ambient noise in the street, to please turn off your cell phone. Just because, although we're hot into improvisation today, we really don't want to deal with ringtones. So I thank you for doing that. And you're welcome to move your seats if it gets too hot into the shade. We just ask that you not block the entrances or the access ramp that's in the back there. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Ed Smith, who has been the leader of this ensemble and who will tell you more about the process. I just want to say what a joy it is to work with this City College ensemble and faculty in celebrating the common language and emotional impact of art and music. So Ed, I give it to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Patsy. Good afternoon, everybody, here on this beautiful Santa Barbara afternoon here. Does it get any better than this? I don't think so, to hear some music today. This is really an exciting program. All of the students that you see up here got into this ensemble, which is called the Santa Barbara City College New World Jazz Ensemble. This is my first semester directing it, so it's kind of exciting to kind of be thrown into this, knowing that Ted Nash was going to be here doing a workshop in conjunction with the museum here. So, and Ted's going to give you a little bit more information about that. But the students up here got into this ensemble at the beginning of the semester by auditioning. So there was a process involved, and we wanted to get the most talented students to participate in this program. So without further ado, I present to you from the Lincoln Center Jazz Orchestra saxophonist Ted Nash. Big hand.
Thanks, Ed. Ed Smith. It's been such a pleasure working with him. And Patsy Hicks, Chrissy Thomas, always such an incredible honor to work with you on this. I did a program similar to this in China many years ago, and Patsy heard about it. She's like, we have to do this at the museum. This is perfect for what we are about. And so we talked about this for a long time. We managed to do it for a couple of years before the pandemic, and then we were shut down. So this is after a year or so of not doing it, we're back. And what's different about this particular program is that we're collaborating with the college, with Santa Barbara City College, which is just incredible. I've known Jim Mui for a long time, and I want to thank him so much for being so incredible throughout this whole process. And Ed Smith is awesome. He's the band director you just met, and Nathan Kreitzer runs a program, and James Watson, who's helping out today technically with sound and stuff. Everybody has been just so incredible to work with through this process and make this happen. We couldn't do it without them, so give them a round of applause. This is so exciting for me. I get such a vicarious thrill seeing young people tackle, whether it's playing, performing, or composing music, and so this is something that's very moving to me. I'll just mention a little bit about the process. What we did, and when I talked to Jim Mui, he's hiding over there somewhere, about this. He goes, well, yeah, this is a great idea, but we don't know what this ensemble is going to be like, so we don't even know if we can pull this off. And I said, it's going to happen. It's going to work. Regardless, we're going to do it. And I'm so pleased that this ensemble is just so creative and so active, and they have such an incredible energy and optimism about this project, and it's really been great working with them. We did a workshop last month, and then we walked through the museum, and everybody took pictures of different paintings and sculptures that they really felt something about, and then chose a particular piece to compose a piece of music based on that piece of art. So you see all those artworks in your program there. The students are going to come up individually and talk a little bit about that and point them out, so you'll be able to connect to the piece before we begin their music. Yeah, so then we did a series of workshops virtually where I was in New York, and we got on and I got to hear their music and watch the progress of it, which has been incredible. So now this is the culmination of about 6 weeks of work, and they've done such great work. So I'm just going to turn it over to them. They're going to run everything. Some of these students have never written compositions before, so keep that in mind. It's been such an incredible opportunity, not only for them, but for me to watch the process. And they, some of them, there's things like counting off tunes that we take for granted, that they have to figure out how to do that. So, and a lot of this is kind of a work in progress. So we're just going to enjoy it, and so I'm going to turn it over to the band, and they're going to just do this thing. So thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry about the weather, and let's see, who's up first? All right. Here's Julius. He's going to talk about his piece. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Let's put this up.
That's cool. It's no problem. Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name's Julius, and the piece that I picked is the last in the brochure, if everyone can see that. And while I was working on my composition, I didn't have the artist statement, so how I interpreted it was a sense of urgency. Perhaps these people were trying to escape from something, so that's kind of the vibe I was going for.
this. Yep. How do you adjust this? Okay, thank you. So my name's Gabe, and I picked the art piece on I believe it's the third page, but it's the one with the snow, and I wanted to capture the different somberness and the different feelings that you really get from this piece. It's titled The Hunters by Grandma Moses, and you see there's a hunter all by himself, and he could be feeling pretty sad, so I wanted to capture the somberness that this piece gives off, but also with snow you feel happy and upbeat, so I wanted to put that in my piece too. And just like pay attention to the chills that these really cold winds give you. It's trying to send a chill up your spine, and my piece is titled Almost December Feelings.
There we go. So, my piece actually doesn't have a name, or it was just entitled Donuts. If you flip to, I don't know, it looks like the third page. It's the one under Eli Nania, that's me. I saw this while everybody had their own reason for picking their charts, or their art pieces rather. I just thought it looked fun. Just reminded me of a hacky sack, and I have this memory of kicking around a hacky sack with my brother. So that's what I entitled the piece, and we're gonna play it for you. One, two, three. From the past, I resign. I'll see how to budget this time. Discipline, routine, and the persona redesigned. You expand in the body, grow in the mind. See now how to live in this time. Memory runs dry for the time of our lives. Live a life trying, but don't ask why in the end. Don't ask why to your hands. The infinite reflections of oneself is a dead end. We try so hard just to fit in. Everything's a lesson in time. There are past memories of unwise, as I said, with the mind. Purpose is a contradiction, only in the space between. Spiritual and mental places unseen, place divine. Again, you're lost within the mind, but you can only give yourself this. You can't reason it out. Hacky sack in the house, next to the delicate, breakable, unfathomable sense of doubt. There's only a cause if you give it. Take a pause indefinite. A sense of the now we're looking to find, but it'll all be fine if we budget this time. Be phenomenal or be forgotten with all the memory balls, passing it on. Brother will call, brother might say don't let it fall, but brother today says don't be ashamed. Don't let the time screw with your aim. Now I'm the same, and this I find nostalgia if we budget this time. See this eye to eye with a nice sky, like why did I even bother to try to write an archetype? So I did a type that was unique to my freedom, the stars, the light. Didn't you see the wind in my kite made a feeling like wow, I'm mostly alive. I didn't get much sleep, but I promise I'm fine. Still eye to eye, feeling it this time. Memory lives when you have enough to give to it, so get to it. Soaking up moments to live with. Create the world you want in business. It is that easy, believe me. Believing is half the battle, but a plan will win the war. Listen to the music, listen to these chords. The heart that I pour into orbiting orange and blue fabric with orifices on the floor. Or don't listen. It doesn't matter to me. Just live it up and don't look back. We got some time in a hacky sack. Let's pass.
My name's Jane Hahn. The piece I picked is just a beautiful work of art. It's a painting by Corey Newkirk. It's called Channel 11. And it's on the first page talking about musicians and artworks at the bottom. So I hope you can all see this in person in the museum because it's just, when I first saw it, it's big, you know. I thought it was maybe an abstract, and I love the form with the squares. The colors are beautiful, the blues, the like browns, rosy browns, pink even in the background, and I just thought, this is really gorgeous. And then I started hearing people talk, saying, back up, you know, squint your eyes and, you know, unfocus your eyes and look at this. It's actually a self-portrait by the artist, by Corey Newkirk. It's a photograph of him, an African-American man, and the point that he's making is that he isn't seen in all his focus as an individual. He's seen as, you know, maybe something like some black guy. Actually, he identifies with a criminal suspect, and even more sadly than that, his students, he's a high school teacher, or he was, they told him they identify with criminal suspects because of the way people see them all out of focus like this. My feeling about it is heartbreak, just absolute heartbreak, and that people have hopes, dreams, aspirations, and that they rise up, or they try to rise up, and they're crushed down, or dropped down. So you'll hear rising and falling lines in the melody. I hope you enjoy the piece. I gotta get everything together.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time, it's all good. Yes. I'll get it for you.
That'll be good enough.
Hi, my name is Ella Parent. My piece I chose was The Fencers by Milton Avery, and I was inspired by the movement in the piece. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Simon Blondel, and I picked the first piece in your program. It is called Wine King, and the tune name is called Clouds of Volcanic Green.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Aizik Rogers. The piece that I chose is by Kay Sage. It's on the, looks like it is second to last in the program, right before Julius's. This piece is called Second Song. So this is a surrealist artist, and she was most well known for the fact that her brush strokes are almost indistinguishable in her pieces. It almost looks, it's barely reminiscent of a human creating that. She worked really, really hard to create something that that embodied that illusion. This piece is sort of, it evokes a lot of emotions for me. The desert scene just sort of looks like it goes on forever. But it's strangely still reminiscent of human beings because that figure looks so much like a person. So this piece is very atonal and kind of all over the place, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Hello, Santa Barbara, never short of rockers in this town. I'm Jeremy Light, and my piece is the third one in the program, called Bodhisattva of Compassion. So this is a blues piece about the Bodhisattva of Compassion, whose name is Guan Yin. And I think we're just going to let the music do the talking.
I gotta lower the mic since I'm shorter than everyone. Okay. Oh. Hey everybody, my name's Jay Rial, and my piece is the one that you haven't seen yet, obviously. So I'm gonna be the last person in the program. I chose this piece as View of Fireworks at Ryogoku by Kobayashi Kiyochika. I actually wasn't with everybody when they did the art museum walk, so When I went on a separate day, and I walked into the museum, and I took a left, and if you look in like the left side when you walk in, you'll find my piece on the back wall. This one I just kind of stood in front of it for like 20 minutes, and nothing else in the museum held my attention that long, so I figured I should probably go with that one. So, Kobayashi was very much known for his light ray pictures, which really focuses on his use of light and dark colors. So I wanted to capture two very distinct sections of that in a piece. And because it's a summer festival, there are also fireworks. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to tell a story of a bunch of people gathering at a festival. You'll definitely hear that. And then it'll go into the darker side of things, which will kind of be like people floating out on the boats on the waters and stuff. And then just listen for the fireworks. I'm sure you'll hear them. Thank you very much.
Can we have another round of applause for these amazing students? A lot of these students, this is the first time that they've actually composed a piece of music and performed it for somebody, so it's exciting for them. So thank you for coming out today. Turn it over to Ted now.
Thank you so much for coming here. I hope that was as inspiring to you as it was to me. Let's give a round of applause to Jane, and Jay, and Gabe, Simon, Eli, Ella, Aizik. We got Julius in the back, Jeremy, and of course, the least experienced, Ed Smith on congas and percussion, the ringer. Thank you so much. I just, a reminder that education is more than a bunch of techniques and a bunch of stuff. It's always important that we connect it to our imaginations, which is what everybody did here so amazingly well. So thank you so much. I do want to talk about inspiration. I want to mention there's somebody in the audience. It's my father, Dick Nash. He's one of the greatest trombone players in the world. He's going to be 94 in a couple months. And he drove up here with Melinda from Los Angeles to check it out. So he still practices every day. He plays better than me still. And that makes me mad. All right. So parting words from Patsy Hicks. Thank you so much.
That was fantastic. Thank you, each and every one of you. And as someone who has the great privilege of looking at this art every day, I have to say that I will never look at it the same now. I'll hear your music in my head. And thank you, Ted, for doing this, for coming back every year. I hope each one of you will encourage Ted and City College to be involved with us again next year. Yes? Let's say it. Okay, let's do it. Thank you so much for your support, for being here, for supporting music, and for supporting the visual arts. It doesn't come alive without you. So thank you, and enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. That was great. Thank
Yeah, thank you. Here, you could actually just have. Yeah, no